Hey guys, what's going on? Coming here with a Sunday morning video. So today I wanted to do a follow-up video on a stock here. Before I get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. I'm really trying to get my subs up. So even if you're a first time watcher or you watch my videos, if you just hit the sub button, it's much appreciated. I'm gonna do something for my subscribers in probably a couple months. So make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to do some cool stuff. So I think you guys will really appreciate it. It takes literally 1 second to hit the button, and I don't think you're going to want to miss out on an opportunity. So anyways, hit the subscribe button, much appreciated. So I want to talk about Coinbase today. Ticker is COIN. I love that ticker. It's very catchy. I think that really does matter when it comes to people buying stocks. It just clicks and it just works good. So right now I put buy ? So I'm gonna talk about why I think you should buy this stock, or if you're up in the air on it. This is kind of my 2 cents on this whole, crypto trading, company. So I do think hands down, it is the most interesting stock in the market right now. The reason I think that is because you've such like two sides of thinking, two sides of crypto in general. You have one side saying like, oh my god, it's overvalued, there's no value to this, Wall Street doesn't know how to evaluate it. Basically they're just big haters. But I think sometimes those haters, you could argue a couple of years ago in 17 when it had that big rally, went back down to like 2,000 or 3,000. Maybe it didn't have enough momentum to actually be a real thing, and maybe it might have just been a little, pump and dump thing for a lot of people. But now it's so big, it's at $50,000 to $60,000 a coin. I think the momentum is too big for it to stop now. So you have some companies like Tesla investing in Bitcoin and stuff like that. So you have other companies, investing in it too. So I think it's just gone too far. I don't think it will ever go to zero. But you do have one side of people saying, oh, this stock's worth $20 billion or less. And then you have another, other group of people saying, oh my God, it's a multi-trillion, $2, $3, $4 trillion evaluation even now based on like the potential of it. So, it's crazy. It sits, I think, right around like a 55, 60 right now, $1 billion market cap. I think personally that's very undervalued. When I ran my numbers for how big I think they're going to be and like, the TAM of this company, if people use it, if trading's really good. I mean, I have it at like a price to sales ratio of like 13 to 9. I know it's a little vague, but that's really solid. So I really liked it and I bought it. So my cost base is, I bought it the day after it IPO'd, 342.72. It went up to 400 something, low fours, and I was like, we'll come back down. But then I got a little, I saw it come back down. I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. I'm just gonna start a position. It's gonna be a very long-term play for me. But if I think it's gonna go here or just say it keeps running up after the dip when it did when I bought it, I'm like, I don't want the stock going to $600, $700, $800 a share. And me being like, why didn't I just buy it when it IPO'd? Because I think Wall Street has no clue how to evaluate this. So it's gonna be super volatile for a while. But again, I just wanted to build a small position just to make sure I have something in there. This is the first thing I've bought in the crypto space. I don't own any Ethereum. I don't own any Dogecoin. I don't own any Bitcoin, nothing. So this is the first crypto stock I've ever bought into. So I wanted to get into this space somewhere. So I just started a small position. Friday it closed at 293.77. It did rally up a little bit. I was telling myself under $300 I would average cost down, but I didn't do it. If I do, I'll make a video. Reason being is I still think the market's still going to correct a little bit in the next couple of weeks. And I didn't want to waste my cash on fooling around with this stock when it's really like a decade or multi-decade play, in my opinion. So there's no point in me focusing on this. I think it's going to be super volatile, like I said. I do think it will be around the 300s or again at some point if there's just some bad news or something like that. So really not, based on what the market's doing right now, I'm really not focusing on this stock and not getting caught up on it. I am down 14.3% right now from my cost. If in any other stock I was down double digits, I usually like averaging cost down personally. Obviously if nothing in their fundamentals have changed, but in this case, nothing in the fundamentals changed. No good news or bad news. Bitcoin went down a little bit this week, went from like 62 to like 50 or something like that. So obviously it's going to follow Bitcoin a lot, but you could also argue, even if it goes down, as long as people keep going in and out of it or doing day trades, swing trades, or like as long as there's fees going on in transactions, this stock in theory should be doing well no matter what. So that's kind of how I'm leaning more towards this, because even if it was bad and people are still buying it, selling it, they're still getting service fees and they're really profitable. So, I mean, I look at it like that personally. So good or bad, I think this stock's going to be awesome in the future. Anyways, ARK Invest did buy it. They bought, I don't remember off the top of my head how much they bought, but they did buy it in their main ETF. So usually, you know, Kathy Wood over there knows what she's doing. So it actually makes me feel good that she believes in it too. She's in it, and you know, she's been on fire recently. So I like that. Obviously, crypto is a risk. There's not much regulation on it currently. So I don't think there will be until something, I don't think it, see, in my opinion, it's not how big it gets, there will be more regulation. I think they're gonna be, financial institutes are gonna have to be put in a really bad situation. If they're like heavily invested in crypto or Coinbase or Bitcoin or something like that, and then it crashes, right? Well, then if the financials get in issues, the feds are gonna have to step in and bail them out, and then there's gonna be regulations on cryptocurrency. So I think there's a lot of risk, a lot can happen, but I do think with regulations, people will feel safer to invest in. I just wanted to get into it early, just because I do think in the future, this will be something. I don't know if it will ever be a true currency, but maybe a new coin will come out that will be a true currency that's digital. So if Coinbase offers it, like, that's great, you're a shareholder. So that's kind of my mindset. The CEO is also really young. He's 38 years old. He's never owned a public company. So some people are a little weary about that, which I totally understand. He's young, never owned a public company. It's just kind of just things to think about. So that goes against one of my core values. One of my top 3 or 4 things when I buy a company is I need to like the CEO, trust the CEO. He's got to have a good resume. He's young, you know, and he's never done a public company. So that's another reason why I put a very small percentage in my portfolio of the stock. But I just wanted some kind of, you know, I just wanted to have some sort of experience in the crypto in case it does blow up, just like Doge or Bitcoin or something like that. Like, I'll be pissed if the stock goes to $1,000 a share in a month because Wall Street gets it and I'm not in it. Like, I'll be really pissed off. So that's kind of why I did it. And that's kind of my 2 cents on Coinbase. It's a stock. I mean, obviously right now, if you're not in it and you're not in the crypto space or want to get in like into a stock like this, I think it's a great stock. It's under $300. I was going to buy it if it was $250, and I told myself that, but then I changed my mind when I saw that ARK bought it, and I just read some other things. I'm like, man, like maybe I should buy it. I still think it's undervalued just because I think it's going to be $1 trillion market cap one day. So if I think that, why am I not buying it at $50 or $60 billion? Like, I'm just being silly. So that's all I got. Again, make sure if you like this video, like, subscribe. I do obviously make videos when I sell or buy or whatever. So yeah, that's all I got, and peace.